What's happening, chess fans? Welcome to Net Chess and Chill. Today is episode number 106 of my rapid rating climb series, and we are on a journey to 1000 ELO. So, if you guys enjoy my content, please like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into today's game. Alright. And into the 10-minute pool we go. Here we go. Playing with the black pieces. Good luck, Stock Mermaid. Playing the Karo Khan. Karo Khan it is. We will play c5. I will... So I can develop my knight here, which I think is the correct move. A lot of times they're going to come down and pin me, which I find annoying. But I don't think it's the worst move in the world. Yeah, I think we'll get the knight out. We will bring our bishop out to pin this knight. We will play the move e6, more than likely on our next move. If they threaten our bishop on the advanced, we take. He takes with a pawn. That's an interesting move. Alright. So I think with this, they take maybe not the worst move in the world. But I think even taking could be alright. I also think that we could develop our queen. I think developing our pieces is probably more natural, so I'll just develop this knight. With ideas of, moving my knight to this square. I think we will do that. We can take this pawn now. I can take it a few different ways. I can take it this way, which is probably fine. I think I will take it like this. So can't take that pawn, but I could just come back. Could also come back this way. I could also just take this pawn. I don't think that's a great idea. I think I'll come over here and threaten this pawn. Threatening the bishop now. I don't really see what my opponent is going for, but this is also a free pawn, but I think I want to get castled before I start taking too many pawns. I think we will get castled. And then I'll bring my rook over to c8 and threaten maybe a discovery on the queen. Alright, so they correctly avoid that scenario. This is being threatened now. I think this is perhaps a decent move. However, it does just hang this pawn. So maybe with that in mind, we defend the pawn. I could bring my queen over. I don't think that's a great move. I could also bring the bishop up. I could also I think defending like this is fine. And I have ideas to potentially do something like that. Okay, that's a cool move because I cannot take the knight. But I could also give this check. What does he want to do? He wants to get in here. So if I give this check, he's just got to move his king, it looks like. I'm gonna give this check. Blocking his queen. I could potentially just defend my give my bishop kind of like a way to stay alive forever. I think he's gonna need to move his king. I think this move is perhaps a decent move. If I do this and he takes, I'm losing 2 pieces for a rook though, so maybe it's not a decent move. If I do this, he can just play a move like that, which is annoying. I could also let's see. I want to get my queen out of this little pin, I think. So I think just sliding over is a fine move. To go over here maybe. Or even just right here. Now his knight is under attack. So if I just back up this way, it's kind of blocking my pawns. I could bring my bishop here. Can't do that actually. I could bring my bishop here is the other option. So here or here. My opponent's playing really fast as well. So I think I'm gonna play as solidly as possible and just bring my bishop back. Everything is still defended. This knight is under attack. Alright, so he goes for this. I could just take, he takes, and then I win this pawn. That looks like a nice little variation. I think I will do that. Alright. So he's threatening my queen. I could threaten his queen immediately, but I think just coming back right here is a fine move. I also think that this move could be something. So I'm not too worried about that, I don't think. I don't like it, however, but this pawn is defended still by my knight. Let's see. So a move like this doesn't do too much for me. I could bring my rook over and threaten the queen. And also try and get this pawn. I need to kick out this bishop as well. The bishop is kind of obnoxious. I think getting my rook over to the file is a good idea as well. I can just drop my queen down. Alright, so I think doubling up the rooks is a good idea. We can also kick out the bishop potentially next turn. Oh, what am I doing? Not paying attention. Not paying attention at all. That was a big blunder by me. That's a big blunder. I don't think I have a follow-up. I think I have to take I think we kick out the bishop now. Giving my king also like a little luft. This knight needs to get active. I can take that pawn. Yeah, that was a huge blunder by me, so big mistake. I might be able to have some compensation. That's a big move, so that brings us a little bit back into the game. Alright, so bishop can move anywhere right now and my king is in trouble, so with that in mind, I think getting active with the king is fine. I can win a pawn for sure. So the queen is going to come into here if I take that pawn. So Actually, it can't because of my knight, so I think we're okay doing this. So I think this is as easy as blocking or attacking the queen, as well as defending the... So I'm defending my knight, attacking the queen. I think this works. We at least get a pawn out of it, so I don't know what I'm doing right here, but we're gonna figure it out. Sweet, we got checkmate. All right, guys, 895 is my rating, and I blundered really hard in this game. So my opponent didn't play but so well, but we kept it together. We kept it together. Let's see our accuracy. It's probably not very high. Yeah, 64.6%. One blunder for sure. We know what that was. 4 misses and 4 inaccuracies. So, all right. In this position, I'm doing fine right here. Black has actually an advantage. I take, we're solid. That's a weird move. Not the best move. Best move is to clarify over here. Excuse me. So we get the knight to what I think is a desirable square in this position, because I have ideas of taking, and then I can actually take the pawn. So we do just that. This was a weird move for him because he blocked his queen, so I actually could have just, I could have still done it with his queen, facing it, but if he had waited just a moment longer, he could have put his knight on this square, which might have been a little bit better in the long run. Inaccuracy. So this was not the best move. I like that because the bishop is straight up hanging, and you don't have an easy way to defend it other than moving it. And if you move it back here, I might take. Yeah, I would take actually, because you can't recapture with the pawn because it's pinned to the king. So yeah, this would have been their best move in that position, where I would have done the same thing and it would have come with check. So yeah, that's a really cool move. I did not see that. Instead, we do it this way. I just come back threatening the bishop. He moves his queen. I develop my bishop. He develops his bishop back to the square that I didn't like it kind of really on. It's just defending that pawn. So here we are. He correctly steps out of the pin. This is a missed opportunity by me. Sure, the pawn is hanging, but Hmm. What is the move here? This wins a pawn. Not that pawn. I don't really see it. Let's show the moves. All right, I absolutely would not have seen any of that long variation. So I just defend my pawn. I think that's a fine move. I could have also just moved the rook over or up. I think doubling the rooks would have been a really good idea here, now that I look at it, instead of the queen move, maybe. Anyways, so he brings the knight to a really shady square. I don't really know what his thought was with this. I kind of thought he was. I really don't know what he wanted to do here, other than just be like, I have a pin. Like, all I got to do is move my queen, and you're out of the. Your knight's in a weird spot. So I give the check first, which is not a great move. It still wants this knight thing to win, and the knight move actually is even better because it just wins his. I'm putting pressure on the queen, and he's got to move his queen basically because he can't capture the knight, and I can just win this on the next turn. So I slide the queen over. Not a great move. Bring the bishop back. Not the best move either. Just taking the knight. Would have been the best move. I saw this, takes, and I win a pawn. He just attacks my queen. I come back. He takes a free pawn, which is really not free. Everything here is protected. My knight protects this pawn as well. So he just sidesteps, which is his only move, really. I take the pawn. He backs his queen up, and this was where I made a huge mistake. I doubled up, not right here. I doubled up my rooks. This is fine. This is good, actually. But on this move, I straight up blunder because his queen is defending this square. I didn't see that, like, at first glance when I played the move without analyzing the situation. So he gains a lot of counterplay here. I have to take, basically, and I need to get something. So here he gives me back advantage. Ooh. Taking with the knight is a better move. And that makes a bunch of sense. I don't know why I recaptured with the pawn. Yeah, that is ridiculous. That is super silly that I did that. Anyways. Yeah, I mean, because immediately this was a threat and it ended up being kind of an annoying thing during the game. I take the pawn. This was straight up a missed opportunity. Yeah, I have literally the royal fork, so it's being a little blind. I kind of was like, I really had my eyes set on this square for some reason, but that's not a good idea. I just was like, yeah, it defends my knight, like, but the royal fork is by far better, winning the queen. So my opponent played pretty poor here. They blunder. Not a good move by me. Giving this check would have been the best move. And the king would need to move here. Yeah, he has to go here. And what's my follow-up there? Probably just giving more checks. Yep. And getting... Ooh, not even taking the rook. Just going for checkmate, dude. That is so sexy. Yeah, I didn't see mate in 9. That's for sure. So, with this all being said, he goes for this. I don't see the tactic on my end. I do see a way to get up a pawn again. And this is where I get the checkmate. I didn't play that good of a game, and my opponent definitely didn't play a very good game, but I had fun, and I appreciate them for making me think today. So We're rated 895. 895. I'm almost rated 900. I am super excited. Wasn't that great of a game today, but I was decisively winning the whole game. Even when I blundered my rook, I still had all the advantage in the world. The eval bar agrees with what I just said. So, yeah, hopefully we can cross 900 ELO tomorrow. So I'll see you guys then.